Switching gears to GameStop. GameStop stock has been holding around, pretty consistently. We haven't seen major fluctuations in the last couple of days. We haven't seen anything like it go all the way up to $350, down to $50 again, like we saw a couple months ago. Now it's, in the mid $100 range, but a lot of analysts are saying this is only worth $10 a share. And Bank of America securities analyst Curtis Nagel, he reiterated his $10 per share rating. He's like, this company is worth $10 a share, no more. He's like, with GameStop looking to issue 3.5 million new shares at market price, while that does, give them more capital to grow the business long term, he says, bottom line is right now, GameStop is in trouble because their core business, which is gaming, selling, consoles and discs and games, that's struggling because it's all moving to digital, and it's going to be really hard for them to transition their business, pivot, and become a leader in that space. Because the problem is right now is Microsoft is actually becoming a leader in the gaming space. They're like the Netflix of gaming, in my opinion. So GameStop is trying to become, let's say, an Amazon of gaming, where you could go to GameStop.com and buy everything you need for gaming. But the problem is now you can just download your software for any game you want to play. You basically could just download the software directly onto your console. So that's one thing. And right now, Microsoft, in my opinion, is better positioned there because they have Game Pass, which has, I believe it's like 10 to 15 million subscribers, paying subscribers on that service, which gives them access to all different sorts of games. But right now, he's giving GameStop a price target of around $10 a share. My opinion, I don't agree with this. While the company is, even the executives at GameStop, they say it's overvalued. They say the valuation right now is not tied to reality, not tied to what the financials are of the company. My opinion, I don't see it going to $10 a share anytime soon because, first of all, the Wall Street Bets community is around 10 million people, and everyone who's part of that community still believes in GameStop and doesn't want to leave the stock. So for that reason alone, if people aren't selling their shares, I don't see the stock price going down. Obviously, it might trend downward slowly, but I don't see it reaching $10 a share because now with this additional capital that they'll be able to raise, they're going to be able to grow the business and potentially pivot. It's not going to be easy, but they have a great management team now. They have Cohen, who is the founder of Chewy, who has been taking a bigger position in GameStop recently. They've hired a lot of new executives from Amazon, Walmart, replaced their CFO, Chief Growth Officer, Chief Technology Officer. They've made massive changes. And in my opinion, I think right now they, while $10 a share, in my opinion, is ridiculous. I don't think they're going to $10 a share. I do think right now their valuation isn't tied to reality. But I think with the changes they're making, if we see positive news come out, we see sales start to increase, we see them really start to transition to being a more digital company, I think we definitely could see the stock price do well. I think we could see it do fairly well. In addition to this one analyst from Bank of America Securities, Telsey Advisor Group analyst Joseph Feldman, he gave it a $30 price target. He says the company has yet to show financial success in an industry that's rapidly shifting digital, and really that's the big issue. So whether you're looking at this long-term, short-term, the big issue is short-term there could be major fluctuations. This could easily go to $300 a share in a week if there's some positive news on GameStop. But it could also go down to $50 a share. Like, it could really fluctuate just depending on some positive news or negative news coming out. But if you're looking at this long term, the big challenge is going to be transitioning from like a retailer to a solely digital business, because their retail strategy is no longer going to work. They need to be a digital company. They need to be like the Amazon of gaming, which is possible. And they have the right team in place to do it. So we'll have to wait and see what happens here.